you are ready. Yep, waiting for the signal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, over the past few weeks, a series of unfortunate events surrounding the ruling party, the United Democrats, come back with a more thought-out position that is sober and devoid of emotion, bitterness, and vendetta. It is for that reason that I called for a media briefing at this time for the purpose of setting the record straight, especially regarding my supposed removal as Secretary General of the U.D.A. and my next course of action following the aforementioned events. This is also in acknowledgement that my continued silence over such grave occurrences continues to cause unnecessary confusion and anxiety among my supporters and the U.D.A. party members, while it could also be wrongfully construed as an admission of guilt. In this regard, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to state as follows. One, that as highlighted above, my alleged removal as U.D.A. Secretary General was outright unlawful, unfair, and a sheer blatant contravention of the party constitution and laid down processes. Sadly, this coup was plotted and executed by senior party officials who are otherwise expected to protect and uphold the same constitution. Neither were any charges preferred against me in public or private to warrant and justify my removal, nor was I given an opportunity to defend myself as required by law and the rules of natural justice. I was convicted and sentenced without trial because my aggressors had nothing against me, to the extent that none of them could sign and date the statement that purportedly communicated my ouster. That this coup was plotted and orchestrated by two senior party officials alongside others within the party secretariat. These senior officials are Mrs. Cecil Barire and Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah, MP for Kikuyu constituency. That my ouster by the above officials had nothing to do with incompetence or my inability to run the U.D.A. party, but was a well-choreographed script intended to climax with the impeachment of the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. My close and inevitable working relationship with the Deputy President, who is also the U.D.A. Deputy Party Leader, asked them. And when their concerted effort, lobbying and coercion to set me against my Deputy Party Leader failed, I was effectively profiled and labeled as an an obstacle towards their evil plots and conspiracy to have His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua impeached. It is not a coincidence, therefore, that one of the coup plotters' accomplices, Mr. Hassan Omar, was unlawfully proposed as my immediate replacement. Let it be known that the planned impeachment of the Deputy President had nothing to do with President William Ruto, the broad-based government, or any other narrative the coup plotters have advanced. The impeachment had everything to do with egocentric 2027-2032 politics in the Mount Kenya region and was with potential to harm the image of the U.D.A party if exposed to the public through an open court. But I will not hesitate to take the next move if I don't get justice from the party's internal dispute and resolution committee. For the purpose of clarity, the matter before the political parties dispute tribunal, which I filed immediately after my supposed ouster, is for the sake of obtaining orders to stop the process of my replacement by the U.D.A party and the registrar of political parties until my substantive issues are fully heard and determined by the internal party organ responsible for disputes, that is IDRC. While I am pursuing this process and to ensure non-interference with the proceedings, I am demanding, therefore, that Mrs. Cecil Mbarire and Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah step aside as U.D.A party officials because their actions and intentions clearly portray them as having ill motive against the U.D.A party they purportedly serve and might interfere with this matter. I make the assurance that by the time I am done presenting all the remaining 17 issues before the IDRC, Mrs. Cecil Mbarire and Mr. Ichung'wah and their accomplices, who shall be known soon, will have no moral or political standing to hold any position, whether at the party or in public service. I have also written to the registrar of political parties, who already instigated the process of my replacement, and asked her to hold the replacement process pending the hearing and determination of my petition. This matter also attracted the attention of the U.D.A members who are here with me today, who I am informed also have written to the same registrar contesting my replacement. Thus, there are grounds for the registrar to stop the same under the Political Parties Act until this matter is dispensed within. The registrar of political parties also directed the U.D.A party to hold elections within 180 days, and for the avoidance of doubt. Therefore, I am announcing today that I will be seeking to retain the position of the Secretary General of U.D.A party when party elections are held, to get a direct mandate from party members so that a few early risers with ill motive will never again contemplate meeting secretly at 5 a.m. under heavy security to demean a ruling party by illegally removing a serving and deserving Secretary General. I will also be rallying party members to amend the party constitution and ensure no leader in elective position is allowed to serve as a party official, except the party leader and his deputy. This will cushion the party from being misused as a tool to settle selfish, personal, and regional political scores, as is happening currently. While at this, I wish to offer my voluntary advice to my good friend, the truthful man, the deputy president and the deputy party leader of U.D.A, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, that he should not be deceived into letting down his guard regarding the issue of his impeachment. I am putting it to him that the coup plotters are not yet done. Free advice. If he wants to go and sleep, let him go and sleep. But the coup plotters are just on sleep mode. They are yet to be activated. As I conclude, may I state that my interest in all this is purely the pursuit of justice and to clear my name from possible speculations regarding my legal removal. I have served diligently and obediently as Secretary General for the U.D.A party since I assumed office, popularized the party across the country, and grew the party by more than 3 million new members. I cannot, therefore, exit because of an illegal decision made by a handful of malicious party officials who are scared of my achievements at the party. I assure the 3 million plus members who I convinced to join the U.D.A party that I will not abandon them. Where they will be is where I will be. Penye wataenda, ndio mimi nitaenda. Siwezi fukuzwa peke yangu. Finally, let there be no doubt that until the issue, or rather the issues I have elucidated above are adjudicated upon and settled fairly, amicably, and conclusively by the relevant organs, I remain the lawful Secretary General of the U.D.A party. God bless U.D.A. God bless Kenya. Self-explanatory. I think there is no question. Do you have any question? Good. Thank you.
Even me, I am there for us.